Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, Sarah.
Hi, how are you? Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Made it.
No, I didn't.
No, not yet.
I'm
Too
dead
early to
right
tell.
now. Yes,
yeah,
right,
too early
right.
to tell. Well, hi, I'm Charlie Ray with Opelika Life, and we are here in the, I was going to say the inner sanctum of Mama Mocha's in Opelika, right?
Very few enter this room.
We're not exposing any trade secrets behind us, are we?
I don't think so. This is mostly training.
Okay, we can't even blur that out because we're
So
live.
take some notes.
Yeah. Well, it's Friday. We're super cash on Friday. But yesterday, I noticed there was a lot of talk about local businesses and supporting local businesses.
Absolutely.
And which is something I do every day.
That's right.
It's really important to me. My parents were small business owners here in Opelika when I was growing up, and when I moved back, it was a passion that I had. And I wanted to come and talk to you about just local businesses in Opelika, because I think that one of the things that we talked about or we saw in the comments and you and I had a conversation about was I think sometimes people have good intentions about supporting local businesses, but it's not part of the routine or the practice. And so it's about creating an intent to support local businesses.
That's right. And follow through.
And follow through, right? So you have been a local business owner here in the Opelika Auburn area for how many years?
A decade.
A decade.
10 years.
10 years. Long time.
That's right.
So especially for locally owned small businesses, right? It's that first 5 years that is usually the hardest to get past that, right?
Cutting your teeth.
Cutting your
That's
teeth,
right.
yeah. And you recently, in the last couple of years, right, have opened over here in Opelika.
The last year.
The last year.
That's right. We're coming up on a year this summer, so we're in it.
We're in it, right? And you're right down here on First Avenue, which has seen a lot of new businesses open. I'm still surprised at people that don't know how many businesses are open.
It all happened within a few months.
Yeah.
It was a quick explosion.
Yeah.
Of us just doing a little takeover
Right
quick.
down here in downtown. Yeah. So I actually have some cheat notes.
Cool.
Right. Let's see because I wrote down some facts.
He's
So
the cutest thing, y'all. I love Ray. He asked for a petite tea this morning just to spill the tea. I was like, a petite, honey.
I don't know the sizes.
It's so cute. I love it.
So so here, did you know that first of all, a small business is defined as any business with less than 500 employees?
Lord have
So
mercy.
Using that statistic, that
Are we a micro business?
right, small businesses make up 99% of all the businesses in the United States. If you use that statistic,
Okay.
isn't
all
that
right.
amazing?
Yes.
But I also looked up. I was trying to think like, I know why I shop local. You know, it's community.
Yeah.
It is getting local money, staying in local
Pockets.
taxes and local pockets and things like that. So the other thing is about local businesses that celebrate community. So that's something that Mama Mocha's is really known for.
Yeah. We try
So
to.
tell us about, when you think about large national chains and then you think about Mama Mocha's and the difference in the ways that you support this local community.
Well, I try to support it by seeing needs around me rather than really searching out, okay, PR team, how are we going to be community based?
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Rather than trying to make a plan. If there's a need or a pocket of people that are in our regulars, we try to go out and fill that, whether that be LGBTQ, whether that be minority based, women's rights, children, hungry people.
Right.
We're not a Christian business, but I am a Christian. And so I try to find things like feeding hungry, helping folks.
Right.
Even when it comes down to farmers.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that the farmers are poor. I'm saying that we're representing their communities by roasting that coffee with pride and serving it and being like, these farmers killed it.
Yeah.
Like loving those people. And really, in supporting community, it's like coffee shops are a different kind of thing because it's like a daytime Cheers.
Right.
Everybody comes
Yeah.
in and we're all loving each other. How's it going? How's that knee replacement? How's your daughter and them?
Yeah.
Like what's going on? And that small town vibe is like where I'm from.
Yeah.
We there was always small businesses that we were in there talking to each other, supporting each other, and I love that specifically about Opelika.
Yeah.
And specifically about First Ave.
Right.
Because I love Auburn too, and our block is like my favorite block in the whole town. But here, there's not other corporations or a manager that's managing it for the owner.
Right.
There's a lot of just owners. We're just here on the block talking to each other, communicating, building with each other, and that's my favorite because it's literally the people who live here.
Yeah.
All being in community with each other all day. I think that's magical.
And as someone that shops locally, it's also my favorite thing to walk into, whether it is Mama Mocha's or if it is a restaurant or just a business I'm going to shop in. They know your name. Mm-hmm. They probably know your mom and them. Mm-hmm. And it's a service different, and there's a pride that they know who I am and they know who their customers are, and they treat them with kindness and a great deal of service that you don't get if you necessarily walk into a big chain.
Like Smith Teas. We were talking about Smith Teas. How much we love them. We go to them all the time.
I mean, I can remember going there with my dad as a kid. And so so every time you go in, there's that smell of Smith Teas takes me right back to being in there holding my dad's hand, wandering around.
Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. That's so sweet.
Right, but that's the kind of thing that you get not only in a town or a city the size of Opelika, but with local businesses that have longevity and relationships in the community.
They're leaving a legacy. They're not here to take your money and swindle something.
Right.
Like we're here to love you and give a service and that's worth its weight.
Yeah.
You know, and you'll also over there they always tell the coolest stories. Like even not cool stories sometimes. They'll tell you everything that's ever happened in Opelika, and that connection point is great.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So I'm going to pop around and see if we got any questions.
Okay. Hopefully no ugly comments. Keep them to yourself.
Let's see. So we have a couple of people just saying hello.
Oh, hi.
So hi everybody. But one of the things with locally owned businesses is that those taxes stay in the community. Not only through sales tax, but your taxes that you pay,
occupational tax,
all that sort of stuff is local, and then you also reinvest that not into your business, but also into the local economy.
That's right.
Yeah.
When you spend community
right.
with the money that was spent with the community, and it's like the circulating. It's literally just feeding our kids,
right?
Our Paisleys.
And the other thing is that local businesses that hire local people, and in some businesses it may give folks talent that aren't necessarily qualified or aren't working at large companies or large business. So you're giving them a trade and doing that sort of stuff too.
Barista ship more than most, I think. And we have a lot more coffee shops in the area than we used to, which I celebrate. I think it's awesome because it gives us all something to kind of gauge against each other.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing that I'm trying to bring to the community here is I always hashtag community over competition.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the we're not going to say anything bad, but a lot of the old school entrepreneurs, if there's another competing business, they're like, mine's better.
Yeah.
We're talking down. But I tell you, every coffee shop that's opened after I opened, we got busier.
Yeah.
None have ever hurt us. And we work together.
One of the things that local businesses really do, there's two things that I think: entrepreneurship, which creates a vibrant economy and vibrant community.
Oh yeah.
And then also increases competition. And competition is healthy.
It is.
Right? And
as long as you're not a sore loser and know how to play well with others. You know what I mean?
So, I don't know if I always fit that category.
Well,
right.
I'm teaching a workshop. You can come to my workshop.
How not to be a sore loser.
That's right.
Special guest Charlie Ray.
No.
So, I think that, when we talk about shopping local, it's so important. One of the things that's great in Opelika, we're talking about, there are so many locally owned businesses in Opelika that it is not hard to support a local business.
That's right.
It is easy to do, and we're fortunate that we have that strength in this economy. One of the things that I know is that during economic sort of shrinking and restrictions and things like that, it is the local businesses that help that city's economy stay straight. Because the bigger businesses are the first to pull out, shut down, restrict. And people during economic downturns do rally around community and support. So it's a statistic that local businesses are what help buoy economies in small towns during economic downturns, which is a fascinating fact about the importance of locally owned businesses.
Well, how do you make time? I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
How do you make time, or when we say, I intentionally, I want to support local businesses, I want to start doing that. Like, how do you set your intention and then follow through? How do you make the plan, or like your weekly kind of like shopping routine, or however that would work?
Well, I make a true effort. I was telling Sarah earlier that you get in this routine, like large companies and national chains spend millions of dollars in advertising, and that seeps into our brains, whether we think about it or not, that creates a habit. And so whenever I need something that it may be just, I don't think about it, and I start driving towards a national chain store. And I have to remind myself when I start that practice, like, wait a second, I can turn right back around and go downtown 4 blocks from my house and find that. And so it is exploring your community sometimes because local businesses don't have large advertising budgets, you may not know they exist. So get out and explore your local community. If you come down, for example, for people that come downtown and go straight to Mama Mocha's and then leave, get your drink, walk around downtown, and see what's down here. And I guarantee you, a lot of people will find, like, I had no idea that store was here.
Right.
I didn't know that restaurant was downtown. And that's because we have to, as consumers, make that effort. And that's important. And then also the sort of misconception that a local business may be more expensive or not have the wide selection or something like that than a national chain would have. And that's not always the case. That's just a myth.
Yeah.
And so folks have large, varieties of things and are local. And the other thing is, if you go in a local business and say, hey, I really want to buy this, but it's only available at a national chain, the chances are they'll order it for you.
That's
like
right.
I've done that at several stores. Say, listen, I really want to buy this from you, but I can't get it unless I go somewhere else or even to Atlanta to get it. And they say, you know what, I can get that.
That's right.
And I can get it for the same price you're paying. I'm like, perfect, that's where I want to shop. So
help me help you.
Help me help you. So that's really important. So really, I just wanted to talk with Sarah today and say, we talk about supporting local businesses, and on Opelika Life, it's what we do every day. But it takes us as consumers to support our local business owners and really help them succeed and be parts of this community. And it's up to us to make that effort. So shop local is not just a catchphrase or a hashtag. It is a way of life, and it takes us to make that effort to do it. So Sarah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Shop local.
Shop local. It's like going to see a friend.
Yeah.
Always. And I wanted to say that, like, sometimes we have good intentions of going to intentionally spend time with people. Like, I've been telling Charlie, wait, we need to get together and have a drink for forever.
Yeah.
But it takes that, like, okay, when are we going?
Yeah.
Let's go sit down. And I think whether you're going to get coffee, whether you're going to go pick up, go take your shoes to get worked on downtown, whether you're, however that would look, it takes, like, okay, on Tuesday, I'm going to go. Just like you're going to meet a friend and intentionally socialize, you're going to support a local business and intentionally do that, to plan on doing that. So, but I appreciate you intentionally being here with me because I love you. You're one of my favorites.
I love you too. And I love Opelika.
We love Opelika.
So thanks, guys. Have a good Friday and a good weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Happy Father's Day.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
I'm still here till he turns it off.